Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are still speaking about ethics and morals. We are still speaking about how to develop by virtue of the advice and the examples of the masters who walk this planet. And peace and blessings be upon all of them. How they showed us how to become a superior human being. Superior in the sense of not superiority when it comes to lineage, not superiority when it comes to blood or skin or material possessions. That is not lasting, and that is an hallucination. Superiority based on sublimity, based on divinity, based on excellence, based on divine teachings. And this is our natural disposition. The word akhlaq comes from the word akhlaq in Arabic. It means morals or behavior or ethics, for example. And it comes from the root word khuluq. Khalq means the way you are created originally. Your natural disposition is to be kind. Your natural disposition is to be a loving and generous and kind and gentle and joyous person. All the good qualities of ethics and morals is natural. That is our natural disposition. That is our hay'ah, how we created originally in that state. When we look at, for example, two babies, the one might be in need and the other one might have some extra. The other one naturally would want to help. This is children, infants, these are toddlers. The child naturally wants to help, naturally wants to give. And that is akhlaq. That is naturally within the human being. We have learned through our upbringing, how we were taught and interacted with others, and our education, how to become away from our natural disposition. That being said, let us look at another characteristic. And that characteristic is called in Arabic al-hisab, to take account. What does that mean? It's to live a life that whatever we do, may we have the natural position, may we have the possibility of improvement, room for improvement, room for progress. That means where we are currently, it might be less improved, it might be less of a progress, it might be it is up for what? For reform. So maybe I live a life of, when I hear the advice of others and they see maybe a slight unpleasantness, a slight uncomfortableness within me, within my character, within my behavior, and they are bringing and they are mentioning it to me, then it is up to me to, maybe what they are saying is correct, let me see. Not to have an attitude, you can't tell me what to do, who are you, you have no business with me, you can't. All of these sayings which are very ugly, and that stems from ego. That stems from, I'm always right. And the other one is never right. The other one is always wrong. And this is a problem. Let us look at some of the advice of our masters, especially in this regard, our Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he said in the book A'lamuddin, and he says the following, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ألا وإنكم في يوم عمل ولا حساب فيه ويوشك أن تكونوا في يوم حساب ليس فيه عمل. Truly right now you live the day of action. Now we are able to do all our deeds. It's a day of action, all our deeds where we can live with no accounting in it. There is no accounting now. It is not yet Yawm al-Qiyamah. It's not yet the day of judgment. So we have now the opportunity to do good, to reform ourselves. And very soon you will live the day of accounting, the day of Qiyamah, with no deeds to be done or to be committed therein. This is the advice of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let us look at another hadith of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam Ali, in Ghurar al-Hikam, where he says, Salamullah alayhi, the following: accountability for one's action will come before the punishment, and the reward will come after the hisab, after the accountability, after the day of account. Let us look at, these are so beautiful, and one of the famous ahadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, as it is found in Bihar al-Anwar, volume 70, where he sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, "Hasibu anfusakum qabla an tuhasibu." Oh, beautiful. He says, you must take account of yourselves. Always look at what you are doing and take stock of yourselves and take account of yourselves before you are held to account. Beautiful hadith of Rasul. Let us live a day where we will always take stock of ourselves, take account of ourselves. When we do something, then immediately we recognize what we have done. Maybe it might have been wrong, maybe it might not have been so pleasant, and let us reform, let us do something better, because that ability to recognize one's fault is what Allah has endowed us with, and that realization itself is a gift. And Allah has given us the ability to see what we are doing, whether it is right or whether it is wrong, and then for us to take responsibility of our own actions. May Allah make us successful in this regard, and may Allah make us of those who always take stock, who always take account of ourselves. Inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.